Hello everyone, this is Adam from the Madhouse. First of all, I need to take this opportunity to thank my friend and the whole team of the Madhouse for allowing me to share their channel and to upload some of my videos and have a say on the current events. Recently, about a couple of days ago, I came across this website which I didn't know existed. Perhaps you guys know of its existence, but I never seen it before, so I thought to share this information just in case. Basically, what caught my attention was the fact that the way they word and the way they deceive and the way they lie, which I'm going to point out. But before we do that, before we get to that, there's this short video, 1 minute 51 seconds I believe. I'm going to watch it together, and then I'm going to make some comments on and point out the deception. Okay, here we go. Point number 1. Influenza-like illness. The WHO Global Advisory Committee on Vaccine Safety investigated reports of influenza-like illness following COVID-19 vaccination. Included symptoms such as headache, fatigue, muscle aches, feverishness and chills. In their report on the 8th of March, they found that most symptoms were mild to moderate and resolved within a few days. They also noted that these were expected side effects from this type of vaccine. What type of vaccine are we talking about? We've never had this kind of vaccine before. By their own admission, this is the first time. It's on trial as we speak. It's not like the conventional vaccines they've had in the past. So when these are these type of vaccines, that's the first deception. They make you believe that it is normal, okay, and that these symptoms are more common in people younger than 55 compared with older people. The committee emphasized that the benefits of the vaccine outweigh any risks. First of all, there has never been the isolation of the virus. The virus never been isolated, singled out or whatever, and it's never been proven to cause disease. And yet they still peddle the same propaganda that there's a risk out there. A risk. You're more likely to be hit by lightning than to catch this virus, imaginary virus they're talking about, and there is no risk involved whatsoever. And then they go on to say, and that even people who had influenza-like illness should still get their second dose. This is crucial to them, because if you had the first dose and you're still walking around, chances are you probably will survive for a little while longer. So you better get the second dose so they make sure that you're out, you're taken out. Okay, so if, despite the saying, even though you had these symptoms, like flu symptoms, you still need to get the second dose, because that probably not strong enough for you, so you need something more to kill you. Okay, and now let's move on to the next point, number 2. Women are more likely to have side effects. In a study last month, research at the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, analyzed that collected after the first 13.7 million COVID vaccine doses were given in the USA. Although I don't trust and I don't believe this figure, but let's just accept it for now, for argument's sake. They found that 79.1% of reported mild side effects came from women, even though women had been given only 61.2% of the vaccines. This seems consistent with the previous finding that women are more likely to have mild side effects from vaccines. The same study reported that no serious safety problems were reported. That's another lie. Essentially what they're talking about the opposite of the reality, the inversion of reality. What you see outside in the real world, they're putting a completely opposite picture, and it's a lie, absolute lie. And again, they go on about, the risks. The risk-benefit ratio is critical for any vaccine, and because COVID-19 transmission is still dangerously high in much of the world, everybody that I spoke to, outside the United Kingdom, they all speak of the same thing. There is no dangerously, transmission. People are walking, I've been walking. I have never, not once, not even for 5 minutes, put a mask on. And I hugged people, and I spoke to people, and I drank with people, and I ate with people, and I've never caught anything. Nothing. Zilch. These relatively minor side effects are still far outweighed by benefits of taking the vaccine. There is no benefit in the vaccine, of any kind, and this one is even more dangerous than anything we've seen before. So please think twice before you jump in. Point number 3. Women are also likely to have stronger immune response. According to them, heightened side effects in women seems to correlate with development of greater levels of antibodies, potentially twice as many than men. All that it's a load of crap, so means nothing. Point number 4. Countries will keep monitoring side effects. WHO excuse me, recommends that all countries should continue to monitor vaccine safety and data on suspected adverse event. They should be reviewed continuously at national, regional and global levels as COVID-19 vaccines are rolled out worldwide to ensure they are continuing to provide a positive benefit risk balance. Another load of BS. Now, they want, basically what they want some of the countries to keep monitoring for these adverse events, and to make sure that it's hushed up, to put the lid on it. Okay, move on to number 5. Protection against disease. Wow, the disease. Wow. Are we all in danger? And potentially against transmission. See? The risk-benefits ratio is critical for any vaccine, and because COVID-19 transmission is still dangerously high in much of the world, so which they repeat the exact same thing as above. We've seen it before, we've read it above. These relatively minor side effects are still far outweighed by the benefits of taking the vaccine. Now, it looks like the vaccines could also reduce transmission of at least some variant of SARS-CoV-2. They're talking about the variants. You see, they're planting the idea of the variants in your head, so you believe that the virus is real and the variants are real, so they keep pushing as many variants as they like. Okay? The virus that causes COVID-19, for example, a recent study from the UK reported that the Pfizer biotech vaccine seems to cut transmission by 86 to 90%, which is BS, absolute BS. There was no virus in the first place for it to cut the transmission, but within 7 days after the second dose, which they're highlighting the importance of the second dose. So get the second dose, yeah. And just one dose of the Moderna vaccine could reduce transmission by 61%. So if you take the Moderna vaccine, the first dose, you can reduce it by 61%, but if you take 2, then it's probably about 100%. But after you've had your vaccine, after everybody's been vaccinated, well, we use this word loosely, injected with that poison, then they can turn around and say it's not working because there's a variant, so which you need another booster and another booster and another booster. Before you know it, you're no longer yourself. That is assuming that you will survive all the jabs, which you won't. So far we covered most of the points, and I thank you for your time, and I hope that you could benefit from this information, and please do share and make sure you don't get vaccinated. Well, I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just, I'm not here to tell you what to do, just make up your own mind. But please think about it, think hard, because once you get it into your body, you can never get it out. Okay? So think very, very, very hard before you even entertain the idea. And please, if you like the video, give us a like and share and subscribe. Thank you.